Hi, everyone. It is December 12th. It is, right? Yes, yes. Okay, got it right. Some disturbing news related to our Wi-Fi'd world. Police think they've worked out why 300 starlings fell from the sky and died in North Wales, but can't say what yet. Apparently, 300 birds fell from the sky at the same time, dead. And here is a video of a man who, well, was there to witness the birds.
The stench is awful.
Yeah. So, the police think they've worked out why hundreds of dead birds fell, but they're not ready to disclose the reason. Some of the dead birds were on hedges. None had landed in the surrounding fields. Scratching their heads trying to figure out what happened. That was the officers. So they sent some of the birds for toxicology tests. Many of the birds literally had been blown apart. Now, can microwave frequencies do this? Yes. Can birds that fly in the sky be hit with a very powerful microwave beam that would literally kill them instantly? Yes. Can a microwave beam blow apart a bird? Yes. But for some reason, we never, ever, ever get those experts or those scientists or those toxicologists. No, they're always guessing and coming up with the most just absolutely stunningly stupid reasons, which you will hear in a second. So, 300 dead birds fall from sky in Alabama. 300. I guess they like that 3 number, right? Okay. 300 dead birds. December 6th. This was 2017. Birds were falling out of the sky. And birds have been falling out of the sky in large numbers for many, many years. But this happened on the side of the Interstate 65 highway in Alabama. The interstate is loaded with cell towers and Gwen towers. Those birds were grackles, a common blackbird, one of the same species, reported in the past weeks to have been found dead in mass quantities in other nearby states like Arkansas, Louisiana, and Kentucky. The feathers scattered across the location suggest trauma. And who's he? The he is a guy named Bill Gates, who is some wildlife biologist. Bill Gates. Well, that's what he said. Okay, this is what he said. A semi-truck or another vehicle may be responsible. Right. Okay. So a semi-truck hits 300 birds. Or another vehicle. That's why they suffered trauma. They all died. All right. You know, our experts leave something to be desired. And that we're not hearing from our fellow Americans. That what they are hearing on mainstream media is so outrageously stupid that we don't hear that. It means that we've got an awful lot of people who are just gone. The experts come out with these inane reasons. And I don't know, do people read this and think, oh, okay, a semi-truck hit 300 birds? Well, it could also be disease or poisoning. Okay. So disease would take out 300 at the same time. Poisoning, all these birds would drop from the sky along the interstate because they were poisoned. They would all die at the same time. No, they wouldn't. Because just like human beings, all species have their own individual physical makeup. They have their individual physicality. Some birds are sicker than others. Some have a stronger immune system than others. So they wouldn't die at the exact same time. All of them. Over 100 birds were found dead on the side of a California highway at the same time this was happening. And a collision for a big rig was also believed to be responsible. Okay. A collision with a big rig. Apparently there was a witness that saw this, and it looked like they were committing suicide. So, okay. The incidence of mass animal deaths, and I've posted many videos on this, it is really heartbreaking and shocking, and that nobody looks at the frequencies that are now saturating this planet. That will mean more and more will die and suffer, along with the two-legged, because the two-legged is also dying and suffering from these frequencies, artificially induced, that now are just an infinite number higher than they were, let's say, 100 years ago. And these artificially induced electromagnetic frequencies coming from all different sources, the exposure now is so great. And yes, what we hear from the telecommunications industry and our government officials and our mainstream medias, it's a lie, a great lie. And many are suffering the consequences of that lie. So the reported incidence of mass animal death, not just in the United States, all over the world, hundreds of birds in Italy, and dozens of dead jackdaws in Sweden. Massive fish kills, 40,000 dead crabs. And the incidences were reported in Maryland, Brazil, New Zealand. So, various reasons have been given by officials for the numerous incidents. Fireworks in the United States were killing hundreds of birds. Unusually cold weather, also a possible reason. Italy, the hundreds of birds found dead died from indigestion due to overeating. Overeating birds. And they all died at the same time, right? So, what you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do? How do you deal with this incredibly sick world? I don't know. I don't know. There are more incidents in these papers. This was back in 2011. 30 dead birds, Missouri. Here it says, the dead birds along Highway 101 in California were intact and not shot. But even more abnormal was the sight of Canadian geese and mallards munching on dead fish. There was thousands of gizzard shad, member of the herring family. So the geese and mallards munching on the dead fish, which is not ordinarily a part of their diet. Hard to explain a whole lot that's going on in the world. The creepiest casualties ever. You can check it out. I don't know if I want to go through this. Exploding toads. 1,000 toads exploded in Germany. An autopsy revealed that birds had eaten their livers, causing the toads to puff up and explode. 1,000? Okay. Something else is going on? Sheep suicide. In a pretty strong argument that sheep really do follow blindly, hundreds of sheep followed each other over a cliff. 400 sheep died. But another 1,100 falling sheep survived the pileup due to bodies cushioning their 15-meter fall. Gotta wonder if they were using frequencies which could push them. Yes. No, I'm not a crazy lunatic. Thousands of jumbo squid found beached in California. Red devils, that's what they're called, remains a mystery. They may live at depths of 2,000 feet, so it's hard to learn much about them. Bird and fish bizarreness. Maryland, Arkansas, Brazil, New Zealand. Mass numbers of dead fish and birds. Arkansas, Louisiana, Kentucky, and Sweden. Oh, man. 300 hippos were found dead in Uganda, 2004. What's happening? Well, they say this mass death was due to anthrax outbreak found in the water. And 82 had died before that. Anthrax. Thousands of flamingos, penguins, and pelicans. 2009. 1,200 penguins, 60 pelicans, all found dead over the course of 2 months. No proven reason for why all of these birds died. Some theories point to global warming, overfishing, unusually hot weather. Well, this is just going to continue. It's hundreds of beached whales. 2009, 200 pilot whales stranded themselves on an island between Australia's mainland and Tasmania. A few months earlier, 150 pilot whales beached themselves on the Tasmanian's west coast. And a theory, a disturbance in echolocation due to nearby humans. How about that sonar testing that militaries use? 10,000 wild beasts pile up. 10,000 wild beasts lay piled up dead along the banks of Kenya. Last October, I'm not sure which year. The animals all drowned while trying to migrate across the river. Whew. Yeah, why did they all go into the water? Yeah, this is how my thinking goes. Our military, were they conducting experiments with that, riot control, the riot control weapons, the non-lethal weapons, 5G? So they aim it at these animals that burn them, and the only place they can go to find relief is the waters? I don't know. Well, you can take a look at the others. I do want to tell you that a smartphone class action lawsuit has been filed. And FCC accredited lab confirms models exceed radio frequency safety levels up to 500%. Exceed FCC's safety levels 500%. 11 smartphone models exceeded the safety levels. This led to Fegan-Scott law firm starting a class action lawsuit against Apple and Samsung. Consumers claim they were not adequately warned about radiation exposure risks from these devices. In fact, no safe level of cell phone radiation has still been scientifically determined for children or pregnant women or anyone. So, class action suits. Will mainstream media be informing Americans that, the safety levels of your FCC, well, those gadgets that you're using exceed the safety level? I don't think so. So apparently the Patriots, a lot of them getting sick. Patriots captain has never seen so much illness among players. Could it be from the Verizon 5G at their stadium? So, New England Patriots. They're, how long ago was this? November 28th. So they were experiencing that non-flu flu-like symptoms, mystery illness. It's a mystery. Everything's a mystery. Because we're not going to look at these frequencies at all. So, yeah, the 5G in these stadiums, of course. They are going, those who work in these stadiums, those who practice in these stadiums, are likely to fall sick. And, you know, the microwave sickness, I will link below to all of these articles so you can check them out. I mean, here is a PDF. Are your symptoms caused by your wireless devices? Common symptoms of microwave sickness, electrosensitivity. And there are numerous studies that the myriad symptoms coming from radio frequencies, microwave frequencies, when I read comments and I read how you guys are feeling, and I hear people talk about how they're feeling, I do have to wonder if what they're experiencing is coming from the Wi-Fi in their homes, coming from the cell phone that they're holding, the cell tower nearby, the antennas all over the place. All right. So these common symptoms: headaches, insomnia, sleep problems, dizziness, difficulty concentrating, memory problems, brain fog, fatigue, tinnitus, the humming or the buzzing or the knocking or the clicking, or however you hear inside your own head that, well, for me it's constant, 24/7. For others it's periodic. I hear it right now as I'm talking to you. It's a very high. They've done something with the frequencies here, because I always had this dull buzzing sound. Now it's like this. It's a high pitched hiss. But sharp pain, the high pitched tones, the sharp pain in one ear or the other, no, noise sensitivity, skin rashes, itching, burning, facial flushing, irritability, depression, anxiety, anger, pressure in or behind the eyes, eye twitching, deteriorating vision, vision disturbances, cataract, vertigo, palpitations, arrhythmia, chest pain, pressure, difficulty breathing, low, high blood pressure, adrenal problems, digestive problems, weight loss, gain, tingling, dehydration. I'm seeing many leave comments asking, do you feel dehydrated? Your eyes, your nose, your throat, your mouth, all of it very, very dry. And that I have been noticing. That's my most recent symptom, actually, that I can easily, describe and name. But something definitely in this area has changed, because I can't really describe all of what I'm experiencing on a daily basis now. But the dehydration, wow. Well, think of a microwave. When you put that food in, what happens? Your food is, well, it gets dehydrated. Hair loss, flu-like symptoms. Okay. Even Scientific American admits that 5G could devastate public health. My God. You know, when these frequencies disable you, when they literally destroy the quality of life that you could be living, and you are one of those sensitive, well, and you have no escape. You know, you may be living in a area that has a high concentration of cell towers and antennas and smart meters and Wi-Fi. Many who live in apartments can't get away from it because you're surrounded by all your neighbors with the Wi-Fi. And you know that your life is getting worse and worse. Your health is getting worse and worse. And you're trapped in this. It's a cruelty to do this to any life. But then you think about all of the four-leggeds, you know, that don't have a voice, and all of the other species, and all of the birds that are dropping dead out of the sky. All right, this gets a little bit too much, but all of the attention on 5G, you know, here, 5G radiation causes behavior changes in humans, causes ion potentiation, poisoning of brain cells, leading to mass insanity. Okay. I read this article, and, well, Mike Adams, you're pointing to studies on really just microwaves. So it's not 5G. It's 4G as well. This is not, here we're going to now introduce 5G and it's going to cause behavioral changes. It's a weapon system. 4G was exactly that. Forget the 5G debate. Current Wi-Fi may already be killing us. Yes, it has been destroying people's lives for many, many years. But the truth is that life really is not considered precious. It's just a word that's used. I actually told a neighbor who was the second neighbor to get the Wi-Fi, and told her that it was really dangerous, that it affects your health, and I told her very little about me being sensitive and having great difficulty sleeping, and she laughed. She giggled. She said, well, I'll turn it off when I'm not home. And she's not turning it off. So no, you know, it's really a very, very scary world when there's nothing that you can do to get through to people. And even those who know really don't care. They don't care about their own health. Yeah. Then about, I don't know, a week or two later, she tells me for 4 nights running, she couldn't sleep. I said, Wi-Fi? She still has Wi-Fi. So it's not just the 5G and the 4G and the geoengineering and all the poisons and toxins that we are subjected to, but our fellow citizens in our respective countries, they are killing us. They're a danger. They are really the biggest danger that we face. So, nothing matters. $9 billion for rural 5G rollout. Who's paying for it? The American taxpayer. Financing their own decline, financing their own demise, financing their own sooner rather than later death. Ain't that great? All links are below.